We the people are not invincible. We can be killed by the coronavirus just like the people in any other country. However, if we are smart and work together as a community, we can become a front that is nearly impenetrable. This is not a game of my team is right and your team is wrong. This virus affects everyone, and it will infect more people if we do not work together. I understand that you may feel stifled with all the rules surrounding us, but those rules were created to keep us all safe. Sometimes I want to break the rules, but every time we feel like breaking a rule that some people think infringes on our freedom, we have to remind ourselves that it might prevent the spread to someone more susceptible to the disease, which can easily hurt or kill that person. People should not have to worry about their family's health. If we had to choose between the lives of our friends, children, grandchildren, parents, and grandparents for a few hours of fun, I hope we will all choose to keep each other safe. Deciding not to wear a mask, going out with friends unsafely, and not following CDC guidelines is like driving through a red light. There are rules against driving through the red light. If you do, there's a high chance of a crash, which can hurt and even kill people. They can't say that it is their freedom to drive through the red light because it puts other people in danger. It might make someone frustrated to have to wait for the light to turn green, but that is no reason for them to run the red light. If we don't wear masks and we don't take the time to stand a little bit apart from each other, we are driving through that red light. It was our choice not to wear masks, our choice to stand too close to each other, our choice not to follow the recommendations of doctors and scientists, just like it was their choice to run the red light. Sometimes, even stopping at a red light can lead to a crash, but we don't say that the red light is useless, just like a mask. If you don't social distance and don't wear a mask properly, you put many more lives in danger. I wish the coronavirus never existed. I would be able to go out with my friends to movie theaters or go bowling. I would be able to ask my teacher questions without having to unmute myself. Except I would not change what I am able to do because I am safe. My friends and my family are safe. I wish that it was a hoax so that I could do all of my normal activities without having to risk my friends and my family. Yet I would not want to risk my family even if it was possible it was a hoax. What if I was wrong and I spread the virus to them? I would be devastated, but it would be too late to change what I did and what I thought. Some people believe the hoax theories because they believe testing gives us the coronavirus and because they don't know anyone with the virus. When you look at the argument that testing for the coronavirus gives you the coronavirus, right away you see a flaw in the theory. You don't get tested unless you have symptoms of COVID. Therefore, you don't get tested unless you have COVID or a virus similar to COVID. The test just shows whether or not you have COVID. Many people don't know anyone with the virus. Many people do. Only about 1 in every 100 people have the virus in the US. That does not mean that it does not exist or that it isn't dangerous. More than 800,000 deaths have been caused by the coronavirus, with almost 22 million confirmed cases. The amount of US deaths from COVID has surpassed the amount of Americans who died from World War I. According to Johns Hopkins University, your family and your friends could die if you don't keep them safe. Everyone's freedom is important, but that does not mean you can do whatever you want in the name of freedom. Being a free country is not an excuse to impede a person's safety, well-being, or human rights. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, with rights come responsibilities. And right now, your responsibility is to wear a mask. Masks are important. Masks can protect you. Masks can protect the people around you. Not only are masks important, wearing the mask correctly is important. Wear your mask over both your nose and your mouth. Otherwise, they don't work. I understand that a few people find it uncomfortable, but that's it, uncomfortable. It isn't a torture device. Is a moment of fogged up glasses worth the death of 200,000 Americans? Wear the mask. The coronavirus is spread through respiratory droplets. These are tiny droplets of spit that escape your mouth and nose every time you exhale. They hang in the air, waiting for someone to breathe them in. If these droplets can carry the virus, so if someone breathes them in, they can get sick. People who get sick also get many other people sick, going from hundreds to thousands to millions of infected cases, unless we follow the rules. According to a study done by the University of Hong Kong, surgical masks can reduce the spread of the virus up to 75%. This proves that it is safer for everyone to wear masks, and it is good for the people around us. That said, the CDC recommends people under the age of 2 and people who cannot take masks off by themselves shouldn't wear masks. These people are also more likely to get the virus. That means it is our responsibility to keep them safe by wearing a mask when they cannot. It is worth a small amount of discomfort to keep them safe. Even if we are wearing masks, we must be social distancing. Even if it is safer for us to hang out with friends while wearing masks, it is still possible for someone to get the virus. According to the Mayo Clinic, if you are outside, the virus can help blow away some of those respiratory droplets. As long as you stay socially distant, wear a mask, and keep the inside to a minimum, the chances of infection are tiny. If you get the virus or develop any symptoms, stay home. Ask someone to bring you food, catch up on those books you've been meaning to read, and watch your favorite show. It might be hard to be alone for a week, but giving the virus will be our fault if we don't obey the rules and regulations. Our fault if we don't listen to the recommendations set out for us to follow. Be smart by wearing a mask, choosing to stay a few feet apart from each other, and limiting your time inside around other people. Work together by not being together. Even if an abundance of evidence can't convince you that the virus is dangerous, don't risk your family and your friends, my family and my friends. If you're meeting someone and they ask you to wear a mask and stand a little bit apart from them, respect their wishes, as it does no harm to you. Will you give up the ability to see your grandkids because your family just wants you to wear a mask around them? This virus has affected everyone, but don't let that get in the way of your relationships. Be kind to each other, and the virus won't be. Listen to the scientists, follow the advice of the CDC, wear a mask, stay socially distant, and respect the rules of the places you go into. Be a COVID hero. Wear a mask.